on this Tuesday morning, January 20th. Thank you for joining us on ARC Rochester. I'm Abby Friedman.
And I'm Dan Schrack. We have a lot to get to this morning, but first, we want to have a look at some of the news you need to know.
Stephanie Joseph is live in the newsroom right now. She's taking a look at some of our top stories on this Tuesday. Steph, good morning.
Hey there, guys. Good morning. Well, there is some snow on the way for us on this cold morning, and schools to our west are closed for today. Now, Genesee County is under a travel advisory this morning. There have been additions to the list now, which includes Batavia, Byron Bergen, as well as Letchworth and Warsaw. The full list is over on 13wham.com. And we now know the name of the person killed in the weekend crash in Greece. Investigators say 42-year-old Craig Cavallero of Hilton rear-ended another vehicle that was stopped at the intersection of West Ridge and Elm Grove Road Saturday afternoon. The driver and passenger of the other vehicle has serious injuries. Well, if you pass a stopped school bus in Rochester, the warning period ends today. Drivers who illegally blow past stop buses will face fines starting at $250. The district installed hundreds of cameras over the last 2 months to catch violators. Now, every violation is captured on video, and you'll get a ticket in the mail. And happening today, Governor Kathy Hochul reveals her full state budget proposal for the 2027 fiscal year. During her State of the State address, the governor focused on affordability and enhancing public safety, including plans for universal child care statewide and lowering energy bills. Her budget announcement will be at 1 this afternoon. And that's what you need to know.
All right, Steph, thank you. We appreciate it.
Hey, let's have a look at what's brewing for the next 2 hours, starting with this morning's Crime Stoppers. We're clearing up common misconceptions about dialing 911. We're going to be joined by the 911 Center Deputy Director to learn more about what to do if you call by accident and why you don't always get an ETA.
Then, if quitting tobacco is one of your goals for the new year, help is just a click away. U of R Medicine is kicking off another round of their Commit to Quit program, and it's all starting next week. We're going to chat with a tobacco treatment specialist to learn how you can take the first step and sign up.
And later, we are putting our fact-checking skills to the test for some truth or trash. Christian Garzone will join us with some wild stories that have us guessing whether they're real or totally made up.
Yeah, I love that segment.
It is a lot of fun.
One of my favorites.
A lot of fun.
By far. All right, before all of that, a check of the forecast on this very, very cold Tuesday morning, and we're going to see it get even colder over the next couple days. Meteorologist Marty Snyder back with us again. Marty, we missed you very, very much. Unfortunately, though, not really welcoming this weather.
No, it's one of those situations where, it's just cold out there, and I wish I had some better news where we see some warm up at least at some point, but really it's not going to be any huge change coming up anytime soon for us. We're starting off with at least some lake effect snow out there. The one really strong band is over Lake Ontario. That's coming ashore mainly over the east end of Lake Ontario, just north of Oswego. So that's where the strong band is right now. The weaker of the two is coming in from Lake Erie, but you can still see at least some of that snow into southern portions of Genesee County, even into Wyoming County as well. Could see a 1 to 3 inch range on some accumulation in those areas today. Again, not a huge storm, but enough to at least cause at least some issues getting around during the day. Near Rochester, it's mainly just going to be some scattered snow showers that we'll see. Temperatures today staying cold for all areas. That'll be uniform. Temperatures today only into the mid-teens for highs. Wind chills down below 0 for much of the day today. And longer term, numbers do come up a little bit tomorrow, but even that number, 31, is shy of the average by a couple degrees. Then we just slide right off as we head towards Friday and the weekend. High of only 10 on Saturday. Some lows down below 0 as we head towards the weekend. So again, it's going to be cold today, but I hate to say it, but it looks like it gets even colder as we head closer to the weekend with that next shot of cold air coming in during that time frame.
Not getting dressed up to go out this weekend.
Definitely not, no.
Like bitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not going to be
fun.
Maybe
Thank
like
you, sir.
Your fur coat. Or, wait, you're vegan. I'm sorry. But like your big coat.
My faux fur coat?
Your faux fur coat.
My faux fur coat,
Yeah.
yes. Probably.
And like the hat to go with it.
Yes, floor length. It's a duster. Thank you, Marty.
Okay, sure.
Let's go off the top and start with some things that have piqued our interest this Tuesday. I'm going to kick things off right now. And this morning, I want to talk about something really wild. The Bank of England just got a warning, and it's not about inflation. It's about aliens. Helen McCaw worked for the Bank of England for a decade as a senior analyst in financial security. She just wrote a note to the current governor urging him to prepare for a financial crisis. The trigger? the U.S. government announcing that aliens exist. McCaw says if the White House confirms the existence of extraterrestrial intelligence,
Try it again.
extraterrestrial intelligence, he tried to say, it could trigger bank collapses. Here's what she wrote. The United States government appears to be partway through a multi-year process to declassify and disclose information on the existence of alien technology or advanced technology, non-human intelligence. And she's not alone here. Secretary of State Marco Rubio told a documentary filmmaker, "We have had repeated instances of something operating in airspace over restricted nuclear facilities, and it's not ours." The documentary is called The Age of Disclosure. Came out this past November on Amazon Prime. It features 34 government insiders, military officials, intelligence community members. They all talk about an 80-year global cover-up of non-human intelligent life. And one of the reasons they say this has been kept a secret? The collapse, the chaos, the madness. The documentary addresses this directly. Experts who took part in a George Bush administration panel said they came up with a list of 64 areas that would be significantly impacted by alien disclosure. That's everything.
That is.
That's everything. One said, we add up all the numbers, it looks like this would be kind of a bad idea. Here's what they're worried about. What happens when society realizes everything it's been taught about the entire history of our species has been wrong? And everybody learns all of this at once, that we are not the top of the food chain. Our civilization is built on the assumption that humans are the most intelligent species. This is what I had ChatGPT create for me this morning.
Daniel.
And this one too.
What?
We are at the top right now. We make the rules. But what if that's not the truth? The documentary talks about ontological shock. One interviewee says that it's not just national security, it's psychological, sociological, theological, and philosophical. Another says it would be a shakeup for institutions. It'd be a shakeup for norms. It'd be a shakeup in society. If we are not alone, Abigail, and we know where some of them are.
They work here.
They work here. If we are not alone, the system, it falls apart. Religion, government, economics, everything. Helen McCaw warns there might be extreme price volatility in financial markets due to catastrophizing or euphoria. People might rush to buy gold, or maybe gold loses value if we suddenly have access to an asteroid mining technology. She says there might be a collapse in confidence if market participants feel uncertain on how to price assets. The translation of that is nobody knows what anything is worth anymore because nobody knows what's the answer. What's the big picture, you know? Now, you're thinking, okay, this is nuts. What's this guy going on about? But the U.S. government has been holding congressional hearings on UAPs. Senators from both parties pushing for a UAP Disclosure Act. In the documentary I mentioned, former Defense Intelligence Agency official Jay Stratton says, I have seen with my own eyes non-human craft and non-human beings. The documentary claims there's been a secret arms race since the 40s. China, Russia, and the U.S. all trying to reverse engineer alien technology. Stratton says the first country that cracks the code on this tech will be the leader for generations. According to these officials, this information has been kept from Congress. Marco Rubio said people came forward, Navy pilots, admirals, generals, telling him where the programs were that not even presidents were made aware of. So why are we keeping all this secret? Because if it's real, everything we know changes. Our understanding of human history changes. Pull that VO back up because we need to see those images one more time. Our place in the universe changes the foundation of every institution. And that's a terrifying prospect for people in power. When people lose faith in the system collapses. Helen McCaw is saying the Bank of England needs to prepare. Because if disclosure does happen, markets, she says, will freak out. Banks could fail. The Age of Disclosure, by the way, broke Amazon Prime's record for highest grossing documentary within 48 hours. Did you watch it?
No.
I'm going to give you my login.
Thanks.
People are clearly interested. Whether you believe in aliens or not, the U.S. government is talking about this seriously. Officials with top-level clearances are going on the record. Financial experts are warning about the consequences. It's 2026, and the conversation about whether we're alone has moved from conspiracy shows to the halls of Congress and the Bank of England. And that is not nothing.
My mind is blown.
What do you say? What do you say?
What do you say to that? What do you say? Okay, here's the thing. I have never thought that people really questioned if aliens exist.
Oh.
I feel like
Really?
for the most part, people, like, come on now.
No, I would say at least half the country.
Really?
Yeah.
Even after all of the stuff that we've learned recently?
Yes. Look at Christianity.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay, that's a fair point.
People with religious beliefs are probably, I don't want to assume, but I would imagine they would take issue with some of this evidence presented.
That's a good point.
You know?
That is a good point, yeah.
That said, we all know they're real.
I think that Men in Black was maybe a documentary and maybe not so much like a sci-fi comedy.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
I've talked about that before. How I think, there are aliens walking among us and you unzip them.
The skin suit?
They have the skin suit.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And that's just what I've always kind of believed.
When I asked ChatGPT to create those images, that was the phrase I used, skin suit.
Yes.
And it told me it couldn't do it because it went against its policy.
Oh.
And so I just said dressed like a human.
Okay. Yeah. I don't want the world to collapse.
No, but we know
really
they're real.
Don't. We know that they're real. I don't know. It's so conflicting. It is. You know what else is conflicting? This segment. Because you just went on like the most beautiful rant ever in the entire world. It was well thought out and you had like images and ChatGPT created stuff. And now I have to move on to mine, which is like about, well, you're going to find out in a second. But I'm just going to say that's why this segment is a little silly sometimes.
Okay, let's hear it.
All right. I'll move along to mine.
Okay.
This woman, her name's Haley Randall. She had a pregnancy craving that was pretty significant, and it was for sweet tea.
Okay, wait a second. I'm just gonna put the kibosh on that this is not a great story.
No, I didn't say it wasn't a great
It took me a second to remember what it was, but it's wild.
Okay.
Keep
All right.
going. Sorry.
All right. So she had pregnancy cravings. I don't know anything about those other than the fact that when a pregnant woman wants something, you pretty much should just give it to her, right? No questions asked. Nothing getting in her way. Well, she went 3 times a week to McDonald's. Same thing every single time. 1 sweet tea. But this time around, her drink came with a little extra protein. She says January 11th, she stopped by the same McDonald's, grabbed her sweet tea, took a swig, and that's when she noticed at the bottom of her cup something was moving. Not ice, not tea residue, but a worm in the sweet tea. 38 weeks pregnant. This Ohio woman, obviously horrified, obviously disgusted. So her mom actually went back to the fast food chain to bring it back for a refund, right? The store only gave her a new sweet tea. No refund, hardly an apology. She said she'd been a regular during her entire pregnancy because the sweet tea was basically the only thing that she was craving. Now that routine has obviously come to a full stop. She called corporate headquarters to file a complaint. An inspection was conducted the day after the incident, and the inspectors claim after a full review, there were no worm-related issues or evidence of any worms in that facility. Not in the fridges, not in the ice machines, not in the cups. If this sounds familiar, it's because that same location reportedly also had an investigation in 2023 when a woman claimed she found a worm in her iced tea. Or team, as I wrote. Now, there have been some mixed reactions online, though, some even claiming that this woman faked the situation. She responded to that, saying, quote, I was 38 weeks pregnant. It was snowing that morning. I'm going to go out there, dig in the ground, get this worm, clean it off, and then put it in the cup. Come on now. Others say she was simply doing it for attention. To that, she says her biggest concern was for her baby, who was born just 3 days after this incident. She wanted people to be aware that this happened. So let's take a look at some of the comments that are pulled up on your screen. This person named Chris Gross, which is kind of how I feel about this story, wrote, she ordered the McWorm at McNasty's.
That's funny.
Greg wrote in, that's the new 30-gram protein tea. This person said, I call, what is that, 10,000% BS on her story. That was an earthworm. Absolutely no way. Someone was fishing for attention.
Fishing? Ha. Worm.
Yeah, this person says, I see a lawsuit. If the woman was pregnant, why would she try to do it? Sounds like McDonald's is trying to blame something they did on somebody that probably could hardly bend over. That's a great point, right? And Gabrielle said the fact they're trying to pass it off like she put it in there is insane behavior. Like, they didn't clean and take everything apart the same day and clean the store knowing the health department would be showing up. LOL.
True.
Yep. And then one person said this place needs a whole new crew and a cleaning crew. They need to fire all their staff right now. So
I want to go to the where people are saying that she is BSing everyone, that she made this story up, that this didn't actually happen. I'm with her on the, listen, I'm how many weeks? 38 weeks pregnant?
Yeah.
I'm 38 weeks pregnant. You're going to go in January. In
Ohio.
In Ohio. Earthworms aren't going to be at the surface. The ground is frozen. Use your head. Yeah. No, not going to do that.
It's ridiculous.
No. And listen, and she doesn't want to take any additional action.
No, she's like, I don't need to do a lawsuit. I just thought this was gross because I am about to have a baby and I drank an earthworm.
Yeah.
And earthworm residue. Nasty.
I could understand questioning her motive if she were looking for money out of this deal, but she's not, and she said that out of the gate. So I don't understand where the accusatory comments of this lady's nuts come from.
I don't know.
Keyboard warriors. Stick around, a lot more to come right here on ARC Rochester, including when we come back, we are getting a look at how fans are reacting to that shocking news yesterday from the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, don't forget, watch us on the go wherever you are. We're streaming live on the 13 Wham YouTube channel and foxrochester.com. We're back on the other side of the break.